my name is Happy and I am Harini. I hope all of you guys are staying safe and healthy. So last week at our university, we celebrated a very special occasion called as the Are You OK Day, where we all gathered to share some love and lots of laughter together. And it was a day which was meant to just ask each other a very, very caring and enduring question, which is, are you okay? So during the event, many of my friends and people I know just came up to me and asked me, Harini, are you okay? And until then, I never realized that these three words have so much power in them, because when people ask me that question, it made me pause, reflect about my own self, about my inner state, and then tell them, yes, I'm doing good. It was just like a reality check between how I'm feeling and what I'm doing. Because most of the days, we do so much. We run, we hustle, we want to do great things. We are behind assignments, deadlines, family issues, so many things. But most of the time, while you run behind all these things, we forget to ask ourselves this very important question, like, how do I feel? How do I feel about doing those so many things in a day, right? And that is what this question is all about. Are you okay amidst everything that's going around you? So the concept of the event really blew my mind, and I really felt that this is a topic that needs to be addressed and should be spoken about in this video, because every week I make sure that I make stuff which is relevant and relatable to all of us. So I found this to be very relevant and relatable to me at this point in time of my life. I really wanted to share my thoughts about the same to you guys also in this video. So, are you guys ready? Before starting the main content of the video, if it's your first time here, I am Harini and I make videos on happiness, positivity, self-development and wisdom. If this is something that you want to know and learn more about, then please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to stay updated about all my upcoming videos. Thank you. Yeah, as I said, I very recently discovered the importance of, pausing for a moment and like reassessing how you're feeling from deep inside, and how it is very important for your own mental peace and well-being. And my realization was just happened in like a snap, because one day I was talking to my mom over a call and I was telling her how stressful life has been very recently due to a lot of things, and me being in my early 20s, trying to hustle, trying to move, push my own boundaries. I've been going through fighting my own inner battle, and at that point I was reaching a stage where I was feeling a little bit exhausted. I felt not so good about myself, and I never realized it. I was still running the race, but without even realizing that my energy is getting drained, and I was in that very like a given up stage of my life, like about to reach that stage. And that's when I was having this conversation with my mom, and she just had a very, I don't know how these thoughts come to her, but then so I was basically telling her, mom, like, I'm doing so much every day, but there's still so many things pending on my to-do list, and every time I take something off, there's something which keeps gets added there again and again. I don't know, it's just never ending, and I feel so tired now. Like, I don't want to do so much. It's never ending. And then she had a simple answer to it. Like, Harini, how do you think that list would get over? Until you live, you will obviously have something to do in your life, right? And that immediately struck my head. Oh God, like it was such a simple thing. Because I'm living, I obviously have something to do every single day. How can I expect that everything on my to-do list to get done? Obviously I'm doing things. It's not that I'm not doing things, it's just that new things are getting added, which means I am progressing, right? So when she said that, it was like a whole new revelation to me. I felt so energized that day, and that's when I understood that how important is it to be at the center of your own life. Because I was not centered, because I was looking for so many things, because I was looking for so many things outside, I didn't realize or didn't give importance to that center which was in me. That's why I was out of balance. And when I'm out of balance, I was obviously feeling out of control about so many things. I felt like I don't have the ownership that I should be having on my life, right? And I was feeling that I was getting controlled by so many other factors, which was not the truth, because my life is in my hands. I was just complicating it without finding a perfect balance or a center, an anchor to my life. And that's why, and coincidentally, this Are You Okay week also happened, like, back to back, and it really made me double think the importance of finding that center, because I really want to achieve a state where I am really motivated. Like, I'm not complacent, I am motivated, but at the same time I feel a sense of peace, calm and accomplishment about the journey and the progress that I've had. So that's the state I wanted to be, and that's the center what I really wanted to experience. They always say, right, when the universe is instilling a dream in your heart, it always gives you the intuition and the intention to achieve that as well. So like that, coincidentally, or I don't know how it is, in that Are You Okay day, we also had like a small booth for affirmations, and in that affirmation they had random cards, and I had to just close my eyes and pick one card. And you know what thing I got? I got this. I think that's what destiny is, because this was something that I was searching for. This was something that I was longing for without even realizing it. And life is so beautiful, like, right? I got this. And so let's get into the crux of the video. So the first step to achieve that happy center, that peaceful center I was talking about, is to develop your awareness. Because most of the time we don't even realize that we are falling into this unhealthy pattern, right? Any misery or any tragedy that you're bringing to yourself is a very gradual process. It slowly builds up, one event to the other. It builds up like that. So it is very important for us to just spot it at the right point and remove it from our life. And because when you don't do it, it keeps growing, it keeps multiplying, and one day it'll just come and eat you up like a demon. So it's very important that we keep our inner thoughts in check. And also sometimes what happens is, when we are doing this process, at the beginning it's very deliberate. It takes a lot of deliberative effort, because you need to be very conscious about what you're thinking. And whenever like a negative thought or something which is demotivating you is, or something bad is popping up, you need to just take it out and throw it. So this requires a lot of effort and lot of consciousness. So it is quite a draining process. But once you kind of master it, and once you kind of know it, like what you're doing, it just comes naturally like you. It's like a child learning to drive a cycle. In the beginning it's hard. You fall down, you break your knees, you bleed, you want to give up. But once you start riding, right, that's a different feeling. You get a sense of confidence. You feel empowered, because you can drive by your own self. You can discover new places by your own self, right? You are in control of everything. So I think that's what awareness is all about. So But sometimes in this process, I have felt this. That's why I wanted to share this, because sometimes in this process of consciously removing thoughts or reframing thoughts, you can't remove a thought, you can only reframe a thought, sorry. So when you reframe these thoughts, what happens is sometimes you tend to be a little self-critical or self-judgmental, because whenever there's a thought which is very negative or something which is not so great, you always feel bad about it, you feel sad about it, you don't feel good, so you kind of start judging your own self. I think that's something that you have to be really, really careful of when you are reframing your thoughts. Never judge yourself, because your thoughts are, like a baby, right? It just doesn't know what it's going to do, right? Like how a mother parents a baby by telling it what is right, what is wrong, what it should do, what it should not do. You have to train your thoughts, right? So that's the most difficult part of being fully aware of your thoughts. But once you master it, I think you are really doing good for yourself. So the next step to achieve a centered life is to develop a sense of attention in everything you do, because awareness is like a background, because in your mind there are so many things that is going around, and understanding that so many things are going around in your head is your awareness. But your attention is when you decide to focus or channel your energy into something, your priority. What is your priority in life, and how you're going to channel your energy to it. So this priority I'm talking about differs from person to person, from situation to situation, right? Because everybody has a different value system, everybody has different beliefs, so this will also change. For example, for me the most important thing, or something that I value the most, is happiness, and that is my topmost priority. If I'm doing 100 things, if there are 100 thoughts are running in my mind, the one thing that I really want from deep inside is happiness. So that is the thought that I have to focus on. So when that is my priority, I kind of go into a state where I feel like I'm experiencing it. I'm experiencing happiness. And when I'm in that state, I start to observe my feelings, my reactions, and everything about being in that state. Right? So this was just an example. So supposing yours is your priority is success in life, kind of picturize or think that you're already in a very successful place. Just feel it and just observe all your feelings, all your thoughts, and your the entire experience of being in that situation, right? And that's what attention is all about. And personally for me, because my topmost priority is happiness, and I'm focusing my entire attention towards it, what happens is I started developing a sense of gratitude towards how far I've come, because these whatever happy thoughts or whatever I was the good things I was thinking about was all about the achievements, was all about the great things that I've already have in my life. And that kind of reminded me of how worthy I am, right? Because when this is one important thing I forgot to mention. When you're out of balance, what happens is you start to question your own self-worth, right? Because you get into that vicious cycle, and then you start to question your own self, your own sanity, your self-worth, your confidence. Everything is at stake, right? So when you draw your attention to one particular thing which matters to you the most, what happens is a sense of gratitude automatically comes, and it just brings you back to that center that you actually deserve. The last step in living a centered life is to have the intention to do so. So you are already aware of your thoughts, you know which thought or which thing to focus on now. Now all you have to do here is to bring in your entire imagination, your entire energy on getting ready to face that challenge, or to face that thing which is stopping you from being in that state or that priority that you have set for yourself. Best way to achieve this is to practice the visualization technique and just get into a very comfortable, calm zone. Close your eyes, just take few breaths and start to just kind of paint your own picture, the picture that you want for yourself, the picture you think will be the most beautiful one, right? Just paint it, and no judgments, no inhibitions, nothing. Just freely let the brush do its work, and you just have to sit and relax during the entire process. And if you keep continuing to do it, if you keep giving yourself that energy, your thoughts that energy, I am sure it will shape into something that you actually want for yourself. That's about it. So my final thoughts here are, when you are fully aware and when you draw your attention to the most important things that mean to you a lot in your life, and also harness the power of your intentions, then there are very high chances that you will definitely find that center of your life, that center which truly makes you feel so proud of yourself, a zone where you're completely serene and undisturbed. I'm in the process of getting there, because I feel at this point I am very aware of things that are weighing me down. That is the first step, right? I am at that first stage. I am trying my best to focus the attention on what I actually want in my life, and I'm hoping to manifest it through the visualization technique. Really glad that the universe came together to teach me this, and I really wanted to share this piece of information with you guys as well, especially people who really want something for themselves, big or small, but don't know what it is, or still trying to figure out what it is. You're always used to going out of control, and that's normal. But hereafter, don't worry that you're going out of control, or you're feeling that sense of imbalance and you feel like you don't have control over anything or everything in your life. Never fear that, because you always have these 3 simple steps to get back right there. And yeah, so I hope this video was useful to all of you, and I hope to meet you guys again with more such interesting and intriguing content. Until then, take care, bye bye, and don't forget to subscribe to My Name is Happy and hit the bell icon. Thank you, see you again.